Brought to you by Penguin.
The Book of Echoes by Rosanna Amaka. Read by Weruche, Opia. Chapter 1. The Beginning. London. West India Docks, London, 1803. They dragged me from the ship, kicking and screaming. I heard them enter the hold, heard them begin to search. The two voices grew louder as they approached the hole where wind had hidden us. I held my hand over my mouth to stop the nausea, the other over my heart to calm its beating, felt the dead boy beside me, smelt him, cowered downwards, deeper, towards the spot where I could feel a little breeze coming through. I prayed then for freedom, for wind, for our precious belly, for the dream that wind had forced me to believe in. Then I heard someone walk off, heard his footsteps die away on the deck, heard the other follow. My heart lifted. Then he stopped, paused, as if he was having one last look around, sniffing the air, and turned right around. His footsteps became louder as he drew closer. He jerkily shoved the barrels aside, kicked the board covering the hole, bent down low, peered in. His eyes seemed to glitter. I screamed. "In here!" he called. "Quick!" He reached into the hole and grabbed hold of my arm, my dress, my ankle, pulled me feet first out of that hole. I shrieked, felt the pain as our precious belly dragged against the side of the hole, knocking my head. I clung to the edges for dear life, felt the pain as he yanked harder at my ankle. Then he dropped it, came over to bend my fingers back, and I kept crying, "No!" as he loosened my grip before dragging me out by my collar, along the deck, up the stairs, each step striking my belly, my head. I felt the splinters in my palms sting as I tried to resist, tried to get a grip, felt the cold night breeze on my face as they hauled me out onto the top deck, down the gangway before smashing me and our belly against hard cobbled ground. The pain shot through me, and I emptied my stomach of the little I had left in it. It must have been the smell of the boy that led them to us. The gangrene had got him the day before. Earlier, Wind had hung his head like it was too heavy for him to carry when he realized he was too late. He took his cap off, kneeled and reached in to close the boy's eyes gently, then prayed like the white sailors do. I placed my hand on his shoulder, tried to console him, but he shrugged it off, then turned to lift me into the barrel, but I wouldn't let him. I grabbed his face between my hands, stared into his eyes, forced him to look into mine, placed his hand on our belly. And he finally understood. She was tender. I did not think she could take the rolling. He did not want to let me go, so I kissed him on the mouth, breathed my strength into him like he had breathed his into me, and he promised with a twitch of his eyes to return, to come back with a sack and fetch me from the hole. He took the young man first, a man he had found running from the British soldiers just before we set sail from the island, Jamaica. He rolled him off the ship onto the docks like he was a barrel of rum, and he, the young man, disappeared into that London night, finally free from the plantation where he was born, swallowed among the black poor of the East End. Wind saw him safely on his way, left him in the hands of folk in Canning Town, and as promised turned right around to get me. There were 3 of us he had tried to save, the boy, the man, and me, 4 including our belly. Outside by the docks where they had thrown me, I tried to crawl away from the voices shouting above me, but the pain from my belly pierced me, and my body convulsed with nausea but gave up nothing. I heard more voices around me, and as I looked upwards from the cobbled ground, the crowd parted to reveal a man who descended upon me like a white-headed eagle, dressed in layers of black cloth, his hair as wiry and white as cotton. He held a flaming torch in his raised hand, and a stick in the other. I cowered away from the devil, tried to crawl with one arm towards the dock waters, holding our precious belly with the other.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?